Hey, Scott Sambucci here. It is 6:28 in the morning. I'm just back from an early morning run and wanted to share a little lesson from the trail. I'll keep this one pretty short. So this is a tough week for me, a hard week for me in some ways, because I'm 3.5 weeks since running the Western States 100, and I'm also 3.5 weeks away from my next ultra marathon, which is the Castle Peak 100K up in the Tahoe area. It's also, yesterday was my first day back in the office. I took a couple weeks off. I was up in Portland, visiting some family and enjoying the food trucks, enjoying Blue Star Donuts, and doing all the things that one should do when they're on vacation. I got some running in, I got some training in, but this week in particular was really this is the first week back, back, focused on work, focused on training, getting ready for the next race, getting ready for the second half of the year. We've got a big client event coming up this week on Thursday. So jumping back into the fray for all of that. And the lesson here that I just wanted to share with you is that mentally it's hard, right? I took a break and I spent 6 months training for this big race, did the race, took a vacation, and there's this, sort of emotional, physical, mental letdown in a lot of ways. And it's important to do those things. You've got to take a break. You've got to reward yourself. You can't just be push all the time, because that's the path to burnout. However, there is a point in time where you've got to tell yourself, all right, enough is enough. That's enough donuts. That's enough of the lattes. That's enough of the food truck food. It's time to get back to strict diet. It's time to get back to 4 a.m. alarms. It's time to get back to early morning runs. It's time to get back to the rhythm of work and delivering for clients every day. So my lesson for you is that it's going to be hard. I think the first thing you can do is just acknowledge that it's going to be hard, acknowledge it's going to suck. Then once you can acknowledge it and then accept the fact that, okay, now I'm in it. This is what I choose. I choose to do this next big thing. I chose to celebrate. I chose to let down a little bit. I needed to do that. But I'm going to acknowledge it's hard. I'm going to accept the fact that it's going to suck. And then you just take small actions every single day, every single hour in some cases, just to sort of get back into the flow. Yesterday was actually one of the hardest things yesterday, just to quickly share this, was just diet. So after, going off of my low carb, close to ketogenic diet, spending a couple weeks, eating burritos and donuts and all those things, yesterday was tough, man. I went back to strict diet, sardines out of the can, eggs for breakfast, some salad with olive oil, just low carb, high fat, high protein diet. And I'll tell you, by the evening, I was struggling. It was tough. Mentally, it was tough because I was craving some sugar and carbs. Physically, I was very hungry because I've been back training now for a couple days. And I just told my wife, wow, I feel horrible. I feel pretty bad right now. But I knew this is the path forward. I knew today was going to feel a little better. I knew tomorrow is going to feel even better than that. And so I guess ultimately my message to you is, when you're doing hard things, celebrate, take success, celebrate those things. Then, whether it's after the big sale, whether it's after the big product launch, if it's after the big capital raise, you've spent tons of time getting to that point. You've got to take a break. You've got to celebrate, pat yourself on the back, celebrate with your team, but then get back into it as quickly as possible. Set the next big goal. For me, it's the next big race. For you, it's the next deal in the pipeline. Or for you, it's now that you've closed the round of capital, maybe it's hiring and ramping up your team after the product launch. Now it's time to get to work marketing and selling that product. So just get into that rhythm, get into the motion, acknowledge, accept, act. And if you do those things, then you get back into the flow. And I know by this weekend coming up, I'm going to be jamming and back into the zone. All right, that's it for now. This is Scott Sambucci, reminding you to do more, be happy, surprise yourself, go farther. See ya.